In this section, we're going to look at ways that you might be able to get fitter and stronger. Even if you have PH, you can still exercise safely and benefit from exercise in ways that might allow you to do more or to have more energy left. Even if you're well and stable and your disease is well managed, you can still become fitter and stronger, and it's like an investment in the future. The better you can become now, the longer you'll be able to stay active and independent going forward. When you're exercising, it's okay to get a little bit short of breath. That means that you're benefiting from the exercise. So as long as you're a little bit short of breath, but you could still have a conversation, and even if that conversation is a little bit broken, then it's still okay, you're exercising at the right level. If you find that you're gasping or struggling to get your breath or struggling to speak, then you're exercising too hard, and that's when you would want to slow down or stop. When you're exercising, it's important to avoid lifting very heavy weights, and if you feel dizzy or you experience chest pain, then you must stop.
In this section, we'll look at exercise and two different types of exercise. The first is getting fitter, so making sure that your heart and lungs can work more efficiently. And the second is about strengthening your muscles in your arms and your legs. These activities can be completed by any person of any ability and can be done in your own home at your own pace in comfortable surroundings. Sit to stand from a chair is a great exercise for strengthening your legs. If you start off in an upright sitting position, not leaning backwards to the back of the chair, and push up through your legs, you can repeat this exercise as many times as you can before you start to feel breathless, and that will help increase the strength in your muscles. To make the exercise more difficult, you can cross your arms over your chest and stand up from this position rather than pushing up from the arms of the chair. This is another exercise that can be done at home, and it helps strengthen the bicep muscles in your arms. This exercise is best done in standing, but if you're unable to stand for long periods of time, you can do it sat in the chair. Make sure if you're sitting in the chair, you sit at the edge of the seat with your back straight and your shoulders relaxed. You can use any object around the house as a weight for this exercise, including cans of food or water bottles. Starting with the object in your hand, straighten your elbow and bring it up towards your chest. Repeat this exercise as many times as you can, making sure you do the exercise in both hands. Continue to breathe regularly throughout the exercise and try not to hold your breath. These exercises are to help strengthen the muscles in your shoulder. They are best done in an upright position, but can also be done sat on the edge of the chair. Start with your arm by your side and the object in your hand. Keeping your elbow straight, raise your arm to shoulder height before bringing it back down. This exercise can either be done bringing your arm out in front of you or out to the side. Aim to repeat this exercise as many times as you can on both arms, and remember not to hold your breath as you're doing it. When completing the strengthening exercises, you may become limited by shortness of breath or aching muscles. Aim to do as many repetitions as you can, but stop when you either become short of breath or your muscles become achy, whichever one comes first. You should aim to complete as many repetitions as you can and then build up from here. And it's always useful to keep a record of how many exercises you do on each day. This way you can look back and take a look at the progress you've made. Remember to complete the exercises on both legs. This series of exercises helps strengthen the muscles around your hip and can be done in standing. Find somewhere in your house to hold on to, like a mantelpiece, and make sure your feet are shoulder width apart before starting. This first exercise works the muscles in your bottom. From a standing position, keeping upright, bring your foot backwards, lifting it up off the floor. Try to keep the knee as straight as possible and try not to lean forwards as you're doing it. This may mean that you're only able to lift the foot up a very small distance from the floor, but that's okay. The second part is bringing your leg out to the side. This exercise works the muscles at the side of your hip. Start off with your feet shoulder width apart and bring your foot out to the side, lifting it up off the floor. With this exercise, make sure your toes are always pointing forwards and that you're not leaning to the side as you're doing it, keeping a straight back. The third part is a mini squat. Again, make sure that your back is straight and your knees, as you bend them, should fall over your toes and not inwards. These exercises are great for strengthening the muscles around your hips. Remember to keep breathing throughout these exercises. This exercise is to help strengthen the big muscles at the front of your thigh and is best done sitting upright in a chair. Start off with your feet both flat on the floor and your hands wherever comfortable, which may be resting on your knees. Making sure that you remain upright, bring one leg out in front of you so that it's straight. Hold for 3 seconds and bring it back down to the floor. And repeat this as many times as you are able. When the leg is straight, make sure your toes are pulled upwards towards your stomach and make sure that you don't lean backwards as you're doing the exercise. The exercise should be repeated the same amount of times on both legs. Remember to breathe throughout the exercise. Don't hold your breath.